Okay. This source. There must be a reason why Allah has chosen you and closed off all your sources and just opened this one. That's the reason. It's not because of me, definitely. It's because of Shaykh Abdulkerim. And it is something that is in your lineage, that you're coming into Islam, in your lineage, something, the seed was planted thousands of years ago. You are the fruit, and He's coming to harvest. So, there's no coincidence in Islam. You're dealing also with tariqat, tasawwuf. And tasawwuf is the essence of this religion. And there's a reason why Allah is opening the way to Him. If you have any questions, you may ask us. Feel free. Write to us or call us directly. It's okay. You're also free, if you don't like our answers, to go somewhere else. We're not fighting, and we're not so interested in just trying to grab people and convert people. No, we're not. We're just people who give the message. It is Allah who changes the hearts, who turns the hearts. So, if you want to ask us questions, if you have, feel free to ask. We may answer, inshallah. You are in very good hands. But like I said, if you prefer someone else, somewhere else, feel free. Where am I going to point my direction to? I'm going to say anywhere that you want from now. I don't have any preference, because out there is all fitna, so you're free to pick out any fitna that you want. It's a lot of confusion out there, believe me. That's what fitna means. So you can pick this confusion or that confusion or this confusion or that confusion. It is important, if you are really trying to understand Islam, that don't make the mistake to open the Quran first. I know so many that come to Islam by opening the Quran, but in reality it is not. They did not discover Allah. They did not discover Islam. It is not them who's discovering Islam. It is Allah and His holy ones, His beloved ones, that open your heart for you to understand Islam. And I've seen so many who come into Islam thinking it is their own pursuit of Allah, but in reality it is Allah who is pursuing us. And when they open that Quran and they start reading it and they start understanding a few things by themselves, first thing they start to trust is their own instinct and their own ego, their own understanding. And it's very difficult then that time for anything else to break through, because their thinking is, I understand Islam by myself. So if somebody tries to give another point of view, to say other things, and to bring the Prophet into the picture, to say he was always there in your life, and in reality he's the one who removed that veil from your heart to understand it, you're going to say this is all just fantasy talk. But if you have high spirituality, you will understand that. If you have high spirituality, you will understand that. Because the Quran did not come down to you and me. It came down to the Prophet. And the way that Islam was spread is not somebody like is today with the Christian world. They have a Bible here, they put a Bible here, they put Bibles everywhere. Really? But in Islam, we cannot even put the Quran Karim, we cannot even put it below our belly button. We cannot put the Quran like this. It's wrong. When we hold the Quran, first you have to kiss it and put it in our forehead to show respect to it. It's respect because it's the words of Allah. Now, this people who are just thinking that the Quran came to them, then they treat the Quran as if it is their book. It is not their book. It is the book of Allah through the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And the way that Islam is spread is not by people having Quran tucked under their armpits. It is because they were walking and they were talking Quran. And the living Quran is the Prophet ﷺ. He is the living Quran. So, if you first try to understand the Prophet and read about him, that time I may point to certain books maybe that you may read. And better than that, because as books may capture something about the Prophet, Prophet left not only books, in reality he didn't leave any book, but Prophet left successors, inheritors, whom he has given that knowledge to, who is representing him. If you find that one, then you'll be very lucky, because you find a direct connection now to Allah, directly through that Prophet, through that awliya Allah, through that saint. And Allah has opened the way for you. I know, my duty is to say to you, whether you believe it or not is not my problem. If you believe, you win for yourself. If you don't believe, you lose for yourself. I know, because not everyone is given this opportunity. This way is given to you directly to Sahibul Saif. It's not given to anyone. To my knowledge, no one has been given this kind of opening. So, up to you again. Islam is a religion of maturity and yes, free will. Free will. Use the will of Allah or use the will of your ego, but you are free right now to do whatever you want. Good luck to you. And if you want, keep contact with us. It is very easy to keep contact with us. We may answer certain questions and come. You are invited to come. Feel free. Or maybe one day we're going to visit you. Who knows? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.